Shoot 'em up.
What? Yo.
Everybody gonna die.
What it do, y'all? Welcome to this week's episode of Tech File. We are here a little bit early trying to sneak this in before the Bucks play, so let's get right on into it.
1 second here.
Welcome to episode 340 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. I said that shit at work today. That shit was funny as hell. I'm going to leave that there.
I am the Eric J.
Only known as
The Eric J.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
Shit, that's it. That's it. No Diddy.
I ain't said in a while, man. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, no Diddy.
No, I feel it. So, some housekeeping before we get into the topics of the week. As a reminder, if you have not already, please subscribe to the YouTube. Very, very valuable for you to do that. YouTube has changed the policies for how you can start to be a paid creator. So every subscription counts. We need those. So please do that. Hit that noti bell so you can get notified when we go live. And on any audio platform, make sure you rate us 5 stars or better.
5.
Need that. It helps us grow. It helps the algorithms and all that stuff. Helps people find the show. In addition to that, you can also just tell somebody about Tech File. You see us post the show, retweet it, tell your friend, tell your coworker, tell your kinfolk, tell everybody about Tech File. Because listen, we tell everybody how great we are, but they be like, well, of course you think that you own the show. They're going to take what y'all say a lot more seriously. So show us what that word of mouth do and tell somebody new about Tech File. All right. Game that needs a name. We got the belt this week. It's championship stakes for the game that needs a name. If you are unfamiliar with what that might be, it is a rapid fire game where we choose a topic. This week, it is shooting guards, NBA shooting guards. Just any shooting guard all time. You would say one that relates to the topic. So, for example, Kobe Bryant. Cannot repeat answer. You only get about 5 seconds to answer, and the last person remaining, they win. So, Tim, we're going to go in tech order. Tim, Eric, myself, and then Ken. Kick us off. NBA shooting guards.
Michael Jordan.
John Starks.
Kobe Bryant.
Michael Redd.
Dwayne Wade.
Reggie Miller.
James Harden.
Ray Allen. Jesus.
Richard Hamilton.
Lou Williams.
D Wade.
Oh, he said D Wade.
Who did?
I did.
Dang it.
I'm out.
Damn.
Ben Gordon.
Rex Chapman.
Damn.
Pistol Pete.
Was he? I thought
Danny Ainge.
Okay. Ooh,
Jerry West.
Ooh.
Byron Scott.
Okay.
Shannon Brown.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sterling Brown.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, so
Damn. Rashad.
Nope. Too late.
y'all had to rally going for a second.
Right. Good little rally. Okay. You had some pulls there.
And still.
Go ahead. Put the belt on. Put the belt on. There you go.
And still. The reigning, defending.
Game that needs a name, champion. Okay.
Boo.
Tomato.
Acknowledge me.
So this week, we are going to kick it off with NBA. We're going to break down the 4 most interesting playoff series to us and then do a little quick hit on the other 4. From there, we will talk about some wrestling news and go into there with a little NFL draft question I have for the guys ahead of Thursday's festivities. So let's get on into it. So, like I mentioned, deep dive on 4 series that are particularly of interest to us, one picked by each host. Early takeaways.
Before we get into that, I just want to shout out Kane. He already replied to our tweet telling somebody that this is a solid podcast. So be like Kane.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead, Kane. Slide in the comments. Yeet.
Yeah.
Hey, Yeet. Slide. Tell somebody about the podcast.
I'm yeeting all over myself.
So with NBA playoffs, as said, we're going to have one. Slide just retweeted it.
There
We're
we
going to
go.
have each host pick a series of interest to them, talk about early takeaways and if their prediction might have changed. So, Ken, you're going to start us off here.
Yeah.
And why don't you also just say who everybody selected in the series to start it as well?
Okay, so everyone chose the Nuggets except me. I almost said it. The Nuggets except me. So yeah, this series absolutely pissing me off. All right, I was being generous, like, oh, you know what? If we can go back and forth for a little bit, maybe we can pull it off. I was a fool to believe that we are able to beat Denver, right?
It's 2 games, fam.
All right, it's only 2.
I mean, really,
we haven't beat these niggas in like 12 games, fam.
it's 10. It actually is 10. It's 10 straight
It's
losses.
been over a year.
That's ridiculous, fam.
It's almost
Like
500 days.
I haven't hated a team in a long time,
The last time
but I really hate this team.
the last time y'all beat Denver, Roman Reigns wasn't even a tribal chief yet.
Oh,
Damn.
man, we know that was a minute ago.
But damn near.
But yeah, we
I
blew
think
it.
Cody might have been at AEW though.
Oh yeah, cooking. But we blew a 20-point lead yesterday. The thing that's frustrating me the most about it is that, like, especially with yesterday, is that we literally watched like us break down. Like third quarter, everybody was out of gas. LeBron, his legs was gone.
Especially AD.
Yeah, AD. But see, and then the thing is, like, they played well. Like AD has been playing well. He's been playing well defensively. He disappeared in the fourth quarter offensively, but defensively he was still pretty sound. And again, people want to like cook him for that last shot. It was like he couldn't have defended that shot like better than it came out. So it's like Murray. That's Murray's shot. But blowing a 20-point lead, watching them deteriorate, and everybody just like run out of gas. It's like frustrating.
It's kind of funny because Jokic kind of looks like Gunther, but but the Nuggets are kind of like him, where it's like when they are ready to stop fucking around, they just get serious for like 5 minutes and then put the game away.
Then it's over.
But yeah, like you said, like I felt they were handily in control of the first half of game 2. But they lost the plot a little bit in the third. They still had a decent sized lead, but you could tell like they let them hang around a little bit too close. And for, you know, like the most disappointing thing for me, and I'm not a Lakers fan, so my disappointment doesn't really matter, but the most disappointing thing for me is the way that the Lakers seem to respond to the game. Like I get being upset and
Throw them under the bus.
having sour grapes after a loss, but it's like the players were blaming everybody but themselves.
Not like they didn't have a 20-point
coaching.
lead with 10 minutes in the third quarter to go.
So like he was a bad coach when y'all lost the 20-point lead, but he wasn't a good coach when y'all gained it. That don't make sense to me. You know, referees are doing a great job when y'all up 20.
When y'all getting all
Then
the
at
free
the
throws.
end, now the referees are a problem. Like it's just it's the lack of accountability. Because like they're the one. I feel like they're hearing the noise about you can't beat Denver, and they seem to be internalizing that noise that you can't beat Denver. Like they're like, we gave it our all, and look what the fuck happened. It's like you got it's the best. It's the best of 7. It's only been 2 games. You still have 5 more to make a difference. But like if you're gonna come out of it blaming coaching, blaming referees, you already beat. You cook.
Yeah, but unfortunately this has been our culture for the past like 2 years. Is that when we lose a game, we have to come up with an excuse. It can't just be because the other team had our number and they were better than us that night. It has to be the referees. It has to be coaching. It has to be something. Like I'm cool. Like Denver beat us, fam. We had a 20-point loss. At the end of the day, I'll be cool. LeBron's like, hey, they beat us. Like hey, what can we do? Like don't get sourpuss, and somebody asks you a question, and then you just walk off. You and AD, like, come on, fam. Like that right there shows me that we already lost the series, and that Denver might as well bring the brooms out, because that's what's going to happen. Because mentally, y'all done. Like, if you felt like you gave it your all, and everybody ran out of gas in the third quarter of game 2. It's fucking game 2, fam. And like we already running out of gas and we already mentally checked out. It's a wrap. Just sweep us and just get it over with.
Like you said, after the game, AD even said we have stretches where we don't know what we're doing on both ends of the floor. We saw D-Lo tweeting out to the world talking about that's a foul. We all saw it on national television. It's a foul. And it's like, okay, like you said, one foul, but that only raised 20 points. It ain't no 20-point foul. But the thing that I saw that was interesting too, rewatching it, I was like, what did y'all do in the first half that fell apart in the second half? And it was because Denver adjusted.
Yeah.
They adjusted. So y'all was attacking Jokic like a mug early on, and he couldn't do nothing with y'all. They started with KCP on D-Lo, Gordon was on Bron, and Jokic was on AD. Once the pick and roll started going between Bron and AD and Jokic was getting targeted, they made some adjustments. So Denver then came out and put KCP on Bron. They put Gordon on AD, then they put Jokic on Rui to hide him over there. Like, hey. So of course y'all still try to get Rui into actions, but then it wasn't as effective because it's not LeBron and AD. Like that's a different dynamic. So that's what y'all got to try to figure out. How do y'all get Jokic back in them actions and try to take advantage of him? And then also, AD got to take more than 3 shots in the second half.
Yeah.
Like he has to continue to be aggressive. I know he probably be tired. I understand. But it's the playoffs. Like it's time to push through.
Yeah. And then my thing is that offensively, like our half court offense in the second half, like was pure trash. Like it just seemed like the game plan that they had at the beginning, because of they saw like them chipping away, they kind of like, okay, cool. Like we got to pivot to something else. Right. But when you pivot to something else, then this is what happens. Like we could never really get that momentum back going. And it's
Oh, I was gonna say sometimes the best adjustment is no adjustment. Like
don't change, just keep, even if we would have stayed with the same plan, we would have eventually caught up, or we could have possibly came back and win that game,
or at least to stay in the lead.
I mean, y'all trailed in that game for 44 seconds. It ain't like y'all had to come back.
Like just to stay in the lead for the rest of the game. And
so
it's unfortunate. Go ahead. It's honestly it's unfortunate, but it's the first home games. Like you're expected to hold serve at home.
That is a fact.
And so for you guys to lose the first 2, though by many expected, Denver did what they supposed to do at the crib. So if you go back home and y'all get y'all 2 at the crib, then we got a series. But do you expect your team to win 4 out of the next 5 games?
That's the question. Meaning they're gonna have to win in Denver too.
Y'all gotta win 4 out of 5 against the team that y'all haven't beat in the last 10. That's the question.
That's the equation. But I mean, you got to look at it one game at a time. If you're going to get overwhelmed being like, it's fault, like just game 3. Got to win game 3 and start with that. But if Denver gets 1 in LA, like it's a done data.
And it was a good ass game too. Like y'all,
it was a fantastic
100
game.
To the last shot.
Fantastic game. Jamal Murray was like 13 of 16 from the field until he started cooking in the fourth.
3 of 16.
I'm sorry, he had missed 13 of 16 shots. There you go. And that's one thing I got to say about Denver as well and the teammates, because apparently he was in the huddle being like, hey, I'm going to look for y'all. Like, it's not falling. And they like, no, keep shooting the ball. Like, we know what you can do. Keep shooting the ball. He kept shooting it. Jokic was looking for him like, Jamal, there you go. Getting his action. And he paid it off for him. That I know it was against your team, so it feels a certain way, but golly, that was a beautiful game-winning shot.
Yeah, I was like, shit. Ain't nothing you can do.
Ain't nothing. Like, you just tip your cap.
The AD got kidnapped by the celebration. They jumped that man on the bench. You know what the hell he was at? Oh shit! Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was sitting there with the ass face.
That's all you can do.
God damn.
That's all. I noticed you didn't text Eric back. I said, yeah, Ken. That was tough.
I put my phone down, I turned the TV off. I went laid to bed and shit.
So let me ask you. You said Lakers in 7.
Yes.
Are you still feeling good about that? Deep pause. Deep sigh.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give up. So yes, we go. Yeah,
I do too. So
Game 7.
Gentlemen to my right, are y'all still feeling y'all Nuggets pick?
Yeah.
Same. I'm feeling mine.
I mean, I'm feeling that the Nuggets are going to win still. Sure. On the fence about if it's going to be in 4 or in 5. Like I said, like he says, basically, like they look defeated after that. Like I don't know if mentally they're going to come back. Like it's LeBron, so like you have to give,
Benny,
somewhat a benefit, but he's trying
hard,
and he doesn't have that extra. He still has the upper gear, but he doesn't have enough gas to get into it repeatedly.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. He got to pace himself better.
He does, and I think it was Game 3 of last year in Western Conference Finals where he blew the motor out in the first half and then didn't have anything for the second half. It's like LeBron can give you a sustained 24. It's the 48 that's now becoming a problem, and it shouldn't be on him to give you 48 minutes of high echelon basketball. Like he's 39. Yeah. Like that's just unrealistic to expect at this point. So it's kind of like I'm not gonna say it's a failure of team building, but it's a failure of team building if your whole team is built around
a 40-year-old man,
a damn near 40-year-old man.
Well, hopefully Vanderbilt is back soon. See, I got another body to throw out there in your rotation as well.
I think Christian was supposed to go back to the Twitch.
I mean,
give or take, but it's another body at least.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Mark says, "Gentlemen sweep by the Nuggets." Hey, I said Nuggets in 6. I don't know. I just know the Nuggets gonna win. All right, next series. Tim, what you want to talk about?
We could talk about these Milwaukee Bucks. I'm with it. Game 1 was on Sunday. Game 2 is tonight. That's why you see our faces a little earlier than normal. I was in the building and
for Game 1.
Yeah, for Game 1, and it was electric.
We all had Bucks, by the way.
Yeah, all 4 of us picked the Bucks in this series.
Yeah, going into the building, like I was kind of like I've been to the Pfizer games and stuff like that. Like even I feel like it was more energy this game than it was for Game 6 of the conference finals when we lost to Boston. What was that, 2 years ago?
Oh, conference semis.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I was gonna say, was this your first playoff game?
No.
Okay.
And that one was supposed to be Bucks in 6. So the energy was supposed to be there. This one, it was interesting because there's a lot of doubt in the fan base because of the way that we played Indiana this year. We don't have Giannis for this series, and
no, he's gonna be back in the series.
Oh, good.
Don't look at me like I got inside information. I'm just saying. Doc said he was shooting today and he's close.
So at the game, my guy was like, "Yeah, Giannis actually been taking part in the pregame warm-ups a little bit too, like light shooting around and stuff like that." He was, so he should be back this series. I was like, "But if he don't got to, I won't be mad at it if we take care of business without him." With that being said, they definitely took care of business in Game 1. Brother Dame showed up and showed out for the first half. Chris and Bobby picked up the rest of the mantle, and the rest of the team, they played well defensively. Like I said, the energy was crazy in the building. It was electric. Like from the towels on the seats to people standing up and cheering. I started the first Bobby chant after he was cooking. They called timeout. He came to the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like it was good. It was a really good game. It was more people there, but it was empty. The reason why I say it's doubt because there was also some empty seats to where it's like, okay, a couple cats weren't gonna show up because they didn't feel like we was gonna win. So now that we've won Game 1, I'm pretty sure that building's probably gonna be even crazier today because maybe some of that faith got renewed based off of performance in Game 1. It's also the second home game of the series. I think we go. I have faith Bucks in 6 still because if we sweep them, we sweep them. It is what it is, but I still got Bucks in 6. Like as long as we hold serve at the crib, I'm good.
Yeah, that'll get you 6. That'll get you 6. But if Giannis comes back in Indiana, like that's big. Although today makes it 2 weeks from his initial injury, and if I remember correctly, Game 5 is 3 weeks from the injury. So just to give y'all a range of where he might be back, because now it's 2 weeks from his initial injury. They said about 1 to 2 weeks, but some projections said maybe like 2 to 3. So we right in that window for when he comes back. And the Bucks, listen, I've been saying I feel like this is a team that has just been waiting to get to the playoffs, which is why every game in regular season they didn't have the focus or attention to detail they needed to have. So I said in the playoffs, I expect to see it for a full 48. Now, They didn't do it for a full 48 in this game one, but the thing about the playoffs is you're just trying to find a way to win the game, and they won the game. Dame did something we ain't never seen in the Bucks jersey. 35 points and a half. Like, he didn't score at all in the second half, which is why game 2 is going to be interesting, because I think what we saw in the second half with them pressing him full court, denying him, just trying to get the ball out of his hands, I want to see the Bucks counter into that. And man, but it was the shot making from Dame was crazy in the first half. I just gotta take a second and say that. Like, there were moments where I just said, "Whoa!"
Mm-hmm.
He outscored Eric Bledsoe and Drew Holiday's playoff career highs with the Bucks in the first half of game 1.
Drew's was 33 points and Bledsoe's was 27.
Which I don't remember either one of those games.
I said, when Bled give us 27?
Shit, when Drew give us 30?
That feels more like something that would have happened in my mind than Bled giving us 27. But
that must have been the first round game.
What was that? Was it the Eastern Conference? Or was it the Atlanta series?
I didn't even look to see which game it came in. I just saw that was their career high. But I'm still feeling good about the Bucks prediction. I think the Bucks have enough talent to win this series. They just have to continue to execute. Mm-hmm. I think their week of practice of really dialing on how to get back in transition from defense really helped them.
They did.
They did a great job. Can't expect the Pacers to shoot that poorly, and I think that Tyrese Halliburton's going to be more aggressive, but Pat Bev was playing that man just left. Left. You going left. There is no option right here. Go left. And we know he's not as effective going left as he is going right. So, I think the Bucks got the game plan. I'm looking forward to seeing how they make some adjustments tonight, but I feel good about the Bucks in this series still. It's one game. Tonight is really the one where it's like, can you hold home court? They win tonight, and I feel really good, really, really good.
The thing I liked about game 1 is that they looked great in the first half, but they did have some struggles, and they had some things that they could clean up. So it wasn't just a complete outlier performance. It was just we got everything going for us. It's like, no, you still got some stuff to build on. You still have some things where you can look at film and be like, no, we need to clean that up. We need to clean that up. You know what I mean? So it's a good building block game. So hopefully, like you said, they can adjust, they can make the adjustments necessary to get Dame off a little bit more. Chris was his typical
my boy
stabilizing self at the beginning of the fourth when it kind of seemed like it could go either way.
Big three.
Yeah, he was doing what he needed to do. Bobby, I've been saying Bobby at home is one of the best players on the planet. Bobby on the road. I want to see another big performance from him. But yeah, and one thing I feel like I didn't take into as strong a consideration before this series is the Pacers' lack of experience. Like, if you notice, Pascal Siakam was really the only one. Mm-hmm. I mean, TJ McConnell was TJ McConnell, but Pascal was really the only one really getting off, and that makes sense because he's the one that has the most playoff experience on that team. He's won a championship. He wasn't afraid of the moment. He's played the Bucks in the playoffs before. He wasn't afraid of the moment. That's the main adjustment that they need to make. They need to figure out some way to slow down Siakam.
He was just
honestly
strong.
Bro. If that's who they want to run their offense through, I'm actually fine with that. Keep Brooke on Siakam. I like them going small. Chris Middleton. If y'all gonna live with mid-range jumpers all game from Siakam and Miles Turner getting 13, 14 shots, the two of them, Siakam and Miles Turner combined for 42 shots. That's the shot diet I'm comfortable with. It's better than Halliburton cooking. I don't want to see one of them guards getting loose. We can live with the guy who's going to slow the game down for them getting the buckets.
That's fair.
But to your point about experience, because I did take a picture because I was like, wow. The Pacers coming into game 1 had 8 players with playoff experience. It's 182 games between them. They had scored a combined 1,500 points, a little bit over that, right? The Bucks have 12 players with playoff experience, 692 games, 9,729 points scored in the playoffs by the Milwaukee Bucks. There is definitely an experience gap.
One of the main things that I liked, I don't know if y'all can kind of feel it through the TV. I don't know if texting y'all was Portis and Dame had that. No, I'm finna cook this motherfucker. The guy in front of me, I'm finna bust his ass real quick. Give me the ball. Let me see that. It was several different times where I'm like, oh no, he's just no, I got it. Just go ahead, throw that bunch down here. Let me go ahead and hit him in the post. I'm gonna hit him with this this midi. I'm gonna fade away real quick. Dame was just like, it don't even matter. I think it was Nembhard that was chasing him, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah, Nembhard was on him for a period of time. So was Neesmith at times.
Yeah, Neesmith. Like it was just different points where it was like you can see it, like the way he was moving, the way he was taking the ball out, the way he was coming up the court with it. Like he's like, no, I'm finna go and bust his ass again. Like, this is gonna be all game, my boy.
That's why I had to double that man in the second half. Like 1-on-1 Dame, he gonna take that every time. Like they were setting picks at half court, and the Pacers were trying to fight over picks at half court. Like, what are you doing? I'm sure they'll be adjusted in the game too. If I see them going over picks again at half court, that's coaching malpractice at that point.
But like that, they were doing that because something that we haven't really seen that much this year is that Dame's pulling up from the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like Dame had half court range in that game, which is kind of like I didn't realize it. I'm gonna speak for myself on me. Like I didn't realize how much of that was missing until like I actually saw. It's like, oh yeah, this is Portland Dame. This is the guy I remember seeing from afar, and it kind of highlighted how much he has kind of been neutered here a little bit, and like part of that is playing with Giannis, so like not having Giannis in frees him up a little bit more. But it is a sight to behold when he is going.
That's a fact. That was a fact. I ain't never seen a point guard do something like that in the Bucks jersey. I said, Lord.
So it's kind of like, we're used to having these point guards that are great in the regular season and then disappear in the playoffs. So if it's flipped around, like I'll take that.
It was one game though.
It was.
Dame got to show the consistency throughout, but
he certainly does.
He said he's just been waiting on this. I'm just waiting to get to the playoffs.
Keep showing us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep showing us. Ken, you got any thoughts on Bucks? Not me playing that at halftime. I had turned everything down and definitely turned on. Yeah, Glow.
No, it was a fun game to watch to see Dame cook in the first half. I didn't watch the entire second half. I checked out at halftime, so yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, but the first half, I was like, oh shit! Like I'm not gonna lie, like I haven't watched a lot of Bucks throughout the season this year.
That's your spot.
The Bucks now. I've been heavy, Lakers and Mavs, but yeah, it was fun to watch.
Okay, all right. Everybody still feeling good about Bucks? They Bucks prediction?
Yep. Yes.
Yeet. All right. Eric, what you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the Timberwolves and Suns.
Woo-wee.
So for posterity, Tim, you were the only one to pick the Wolves.
Okay.
You don't have your headphones on. That's good.
Yeah, just a lot of noise.
Yeah, you were the only one that picked the Wolves. The rest of us had the Suns in 6 or 7. The Wolves actually lead after game 1. A tremendous performance by Anthony Edwards.
That third quarter.
I love watching him hoop, fam.
And it's just a monster.
Yeah.
Woo.
That dude is just a monster.
I'm glad he didn't get no tech for talking trash to KD back down the court. I'm like, let me say that too. The whistle has been great. I don't care what LeBron and them Lakers was talking about. The whistle has been great. Keep letting them play basketball.
He called me a bitch.
KD could do is just laugh at him, bro. Like he was kind of laughing, like, hey.
KD love that shit.
Yeah. Right.
KD is
He
one of the ones
too.
that appreciates like shit talking back and forth. And like I'm sure that he respects a young dude like chirping him because that's the type of stuff that he did as a youngin. Like somebody posted a picture of like KD and Ant, talking shit back and forth, and then they showed a picture of like Kobe and young KD, and it's just like, damn. First of all, we old, but it's nice to see like not necessarily the torch being passed, but just like the generations of the NBA, just kind of like how it always keeps moving, and it's about like building on top of like what came before you. So like,
yeah,
I just love that sentiment, I guess. But yeah, Ant went nuts, especially in that third quarter. Really got going.
Anthony Jordan.
Man. Even Jordan was like, that dude nice. That man nice.
That boy's good. Boy.
Right, had MJ like, where was I? Was I in Atlanta in 2000? No, he does look like
he looked like
young
Jordan.
Mike, bro. Like 88, 89. I'm gonna punch on him, hit you with this midi, dog. Play his defense. I'm gonna punch on you again.
Man, and that was the question I had going into that series was like, who gonna hold KD? Like that was my biggest question. Like, who is gonna check AD or KD? Because if it's Anthony Towns, like, I feel good about that matchup. But they didn't even really look to exploit it. I mean, Devin Booker was in jail game 1.
Yeah.
Like, he had a rough night. KD was all right, but it's like, and then Grayson Allen, they got hurt. Like, the flow was just off. It just, I was like, where's the offense? And that's the thing that's still on the regular season matchups, where it was like, Phoenix seemed to find a way. Like, they didn't seem scared of what Minnesota had prepared for them. And on top of that, Anthony Edwards played terrible against them in the regular season. I figured that wouldn't hold. But I thought playoffs, like, this is the time when your KD, your Bucks, your Bills really shine, because they can get a bucket in tough situations. But we didn't see much of that in game 1.
I feel like, similar to the Bucks, where it's like their regular season, they never really quite got it to Earl at various points. Like, I feel like Bradley Beal's really been marginalized, and like even more than I was expecting. Like, yes, he's the third option, but like, I feel like they don't even have he hasn't even had like these spurts where it's like, oh, that's the Bradley Beal I remember. Like, it's just been he out there.
He game manager.
He might hit a 3 every once in a while. Like, it's just like
he just threw a turnover right now.
Yeah, well, right on cue. So I guess obviously it's only been one game, and they're in the first quarter of game 2.
Yep.
So it's kind of early, but did game 1 do anything to change your opinions of how this series is going to go?
This is the only one that made me go like, if Minnesota going to be able to clamp up like this, if Gobert is going to be actually pretty decent in isolation switches, like, this is going to be tough for Phoenix to overcome. And then when I saw like Drew Eubanks in the game, I'm like, they're going to have to go real short with this rotation or figure something else out. Like, this is the one where I'm like, I think Wolf might actually take this one.
I don't know. Did y'all see that Gobert did Aaron Rodgers' darkness retreat?
I did.
Did he?
He did.
He called Aaron and asked for some advice and got the information and spent some days in the dark.
Everybody already hates you for him.
I didn't see what he figured out, but he said it was, just something he needed.
Okay. Off the grid for a little bit.
Like, what I want to do is like come up with some stupid ass cockamamie idea that just like resonates with rich people, so I can just build them.
Charge them
like,
up the wazoo.
Yeah,
wazoo. Hell no.
Like, yeah, just go sit in a room in darkness for 3 days.
$3,000 a minute.
Yeah, like
smoke this.
Just get some rich weirdo.
Here's some mushrooms.
Like, yeah, this makes sense. Like,
Gobert, everybody hate him already too, so you might as well not even say that.
Podcast on retainer. You can just rent us out for $50,000 a day.
Oh hell yeah!
Just have a sports podcast just playing in your house.
That's like we getting kidnapped.
I mean, but not for $50K. You ain't getting kidnapped.
It's consensual.
No, anybody
That's the
else?
only thing I'm consenting to.
Jesus Christ!
Anyone else feeling a little iffy about their pick of the Suns?
No, I'm confident.
You didn't
with
pick the Suns.
Yeah, I picked the
That
Suns.
wasn't a question for you.
Oh damn. No, I'm confident. I'm confident in the Suns. That they'll figure out a way to win. Devin Booker having that off game, he definitely go come out ready to shoot that thing and hoop tonight. I think he is.
I did see Ant said like he specifically wanted Phoenix because he wanted this matchup to prove that he's the best shooting guard in the league. So
and he will lock
he
Booker up in the meantime.
And that's the thing, like he can lock up and give you 39.
Yep.
Which
good.
give you 39.
Which again, very Jordan-like.
That's good. That guy's good.
Okay.
So yeah, I've flipped.
You
So
flip
we had
too?
2 flippers.
So you gonna stay with your Suns?
Yeah, I'm staying with the Suns. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Wolves.
Damn,
got this.
everybody flip?
Well, Tim already was
Tim
Wolves.
already had him. Okay.
Tim knew. Tim saw
Did
that.
KD get a haircut?
Does he ever?
That means something though.
What that mean?
I'm gonna look closely when.
Yeah, I gotta see if he got a haircut or not.
I don't think he did.
He normally get a haircut at the beginning of the playoffs. Then that's it. We don't see it no more until next year.
That's what Brooklyn Lopez does.
Brook Lopez definitely had a playoff cut.
I just don't think Phoenix has the togetherness, the stick-to-itiveness.
No, I feel you.
Jesus.
That's a real. That's
to
real.
overcome
All right,
like
T.I.
Minnesota's teamwork. Like I don't think we got it.
I think that's fair. Stick-to-itiveness, fam. We've been saying that in 2K for years. Like that's why it didn't even faze me. I'm used to that word. Like they ain't got no stick-to-itiveness.
I can't even say that shit.
You gotta have that stick-to-itiveness, fam.
Oh, shit. I ain't even going to attempt to say that shit. That shit goes out like.
Repeat after me. Stick.
Stick. You said stick. I was like, hey.
Stick. S-T-I-C-K, nigga.
Stick. Okay. Yeah. Stick to
it.
Ness.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Stick. See? Hey, right there, I get tongue-tied. Stick to it is. Wait.
Stick to it.
Stick to this. Stick this. Hey man. Hey man. So how about that? How about what's the next game?
The and the
period in the bro.
Period.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
I really wanted to talk about the Knicks and the Sixers series. Tech foul predictions. We all thought the Knicks was going to win this either in 6 or 7 games. They're up 2-0 in this series. Game 2 should have been Phillies.
Yeah.
It should have been. I was because first of all, I had the game on, but it was on mute, which changed my viewing experience of the game because I kept thinking like, oh, did they blow the whistle? That's a foul, right? They blow the whistle? No, they letting them play? They letting them play. I was like, no, they letting them play. He was like, what? Like I said that like for the last 45 seconds, I just kept saying, is that a whistle? And I kept saying, nope, they still moving. They still going. Listen, that's a tough L. Shout out to Maxey. He wasn't feeling well. The man had like their first 9 points. He had a great game. I thought Embiid was done for in game 1. That self alley-oop.
At what point is it medical malpractice to keep trotting him out there? Because that man can't blink his eye. His knee is bleeding
that was
in the middle of
crazy.
the game. Like
my man's
every
eye
time
was
he falls
crazy.
down, I'm just like, damn. Like I get it. It's the playoffs. You got to gut through it, but he is taking years off his career. It feels like.
Yeah, but didn't they say that it wasn't structural? So it basically and it depends on the pain that he can take. So of course he go keep hooping because now if he sits down, they're gonna be like, oh, he pussy.
Yeah,
like real talk. Like that's what it is. It's like, oh, you can't take it, so that's why you're not playing. That's basically what they're saying.
Fuck you.
So he go continue to get out there and try to tough it out when he should just probably sit out.
I mean, that's what they said. Like your knee is structurally fine. Like that's what he said.
Yeah, he was like, I'm pussy.
I just sent that to my guy in the group chat. He was talking crazy about Pat Connaughton, and then Pat Connaughton had that 4-point play. I was like, Pat Connaughton said, I'm pussy.
Me pussy.
Me pussy.
But no, like they said it's structurally fine. He tweaked it, and he thought at the end of it, like it doesn't seem like he trusts his knee right now.
Yeah.
And he knows he's not 100%, so that goes into it. But like
my man thought he was done for.
Yeah.
Like
I
he hit
did
the ground. I was
too.
like, Jesus Christ, not again.
His face, it was scary. I said, I don't know what's happening right now.
I was like, Fab in pain.
Stop rolling mid-roll.
I was like, my man's in pain.
Came back and was like, God damn.
Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. And then game 2 was in their hands, and it just fell apart in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson ain't been shooting great.
But he hit them.
But thank God for Josh Hart.
Yeah.
Deuce McBride.
I love that guy, man.
White Dante.
White Dante.
Big Ragu. You know what I didn't think about today until I text y'all that when I said Ragu? I was like, that man is in New York. You know how many cold-ass Italian restaurants is out there for that man to indulge in and shit? Like, they really got some shit out there for him.
Not you doing
the shit.
The Ragu.
They got some.
He probably out there going crazy, dog.
Man, I mean, him and Brunson and Hart, they all cool too. They went to college together. They hooped at Villanova. Like, he living his best life. I'm happy to see that he found a place where he could develop into the best version of him.
They got the old mobster Italian joints.
Okay.
So he must have watching Sopranos.
Right. Mikey and them in the back.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, not to the same degree, but it like, sure, there were some missed calls at the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, but it happens. Referees are human. They make mistakes.
Let them play.
They let them play on both sides. Like, I know the 2-minute report said that it was marginal contact, but Maxey shoved Josh Hart out of the way on that inbound. So it's like,
move, bitch.
It's like, yeah, if you're willing to push somebody, you gonna get grabbed. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. And it's like, you didn't lose the game because of that play. You lost the game because of things that happened throughout the course of the game, or just like the Knicks were better. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But
MB said they're gonna win this series still.
I mean, like look at his response versus the Lakers' response. Like
that's a great
to
point.
me, like the difference between like, you know, like
I'm pussy.
You might be right, my good son. I might be pussy.
But to me, like that's the difference. Like if you are still like locked in, if you still have belief, like it gets you a long way. But if you mentally defeat yourself before you even step out there, like we cook.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Everybody's still feeling good about the Knicks in this series.
Yes.
To this point, yeah.
I want them to go far.
I don't.
We are in their bracket, my guy.
Yeah, like we gotta play them next round if we win.
Hey, Knicks deserve it, fam. They've been in the drought. I think so. I feel like.
I mean, MSG being electric, like that's just special.
It is.
It is special.
I feel like a Sunday afternoon game in Madison Square Garden, fam, like ain't nothing better than that.
Hey, they was live like it was 94 up in that mug yesterday.
Yeah.
They was hype.
Them losing them games are great.
I
I really appreciate them.
I don't really care if they lose or win this round. Listen, it's the next round.
I'm just sick
make
of
it there.
Stephen
Take
A.
the special Sunday L's, bro.
Stephen A. be pissing me off.
That's all.
That's the thing. Like, it's kind of like for me, kind of not to the same degree, but like him and Cowboys fans, where it's like Knicks fans just annoy me.
Yeah.
And
Like
I find it entertaining.
every little spark of any type of belief, like snowballs into we win the championship. It's a dynasty. Like why is Trae Young is the first person I've ever seen that can really use the he say fuck me for it like me.
It's on site forever. It's forever.
It was going crazy, dog.
They saying that after they won this past game.
Yeah.
They were still chanting
That's-
F Trae Young.
Like that's basically they Bucks and 6 at this point.
It is. Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, some quick hits on the other four series. Clippers, Mavs. Clippers got a 1-0 lead right now. The game 2 is tonight. I saw that Kawhi Leonard is going to be testing his knee in pregame to see if he can go. So he might be returning to the lineup soon. We all had the Mavericks in this series. Tim had them in 5 games. Eric had them in 6, as well as Ken. I had them in 7. I did not expect that game 1 to open up the way that it did.
Not at all.
I did not expect it, but again, Mavericks got to bounce back.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they go bounce back strong. It just seemed like they was just kind of they never could get a true rhythm like offensively. Like because I've been watching them a lot like this entire season and just watching the pacing that Kyrie has when him and Luka are on the floor like really changes like the dynamic of how the flow their offense is. So I feel like that was very stagnant in this game. And they just never could figure out what to do offensively.
Any of y'all feeling different about y'all pick? Anybody thinking, oh shoot, my stereo was copying what I said and ruining our. Damn, Siri. But any of y'all feeling different about your pick? Anybody feeling more in the Clippers' favor now?
No, never.
Dang.
Never.
Respect.
Again, playoff P and Jimmy Harden are a thing, so I'll wait.
Oh wait.
Like when I made the pick, it was kind of like I don't know what Kawhi's health status is going to be. I still don't. Like they're saying he's testing the knee, so like I would assume that the belief is that he's probably going to play in game 2, if not game 3. But at the same time, it's like you never really know with Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could play game 2, score 40, and then be done for the rest of the playoffs, and who knows?
Yeah.
So basically, like I don't believe in the Clippers until they do it.
I think that sums it up for me as well. I'm still going. I thought it was going to be a long series to begin with. So, hey, a game at a time. Thunder, Pelicans. Right now, the Thunder have a 1-0 lead. That game was far more competitive. Game 1 was way more competitive than what I thought it would be. Herb Jones. I said, I forgot they can throw him at SGA and make this really interesting. Of the 4 of us, we all had the Thunder in this series.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, myself, and Ken in 5, Tim in 6. Y'all still feeling Thunder in the series?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm still confident Thunder will pull it off.
Oddly made me even more confident in the Thunder, just because I feel like that was their bad game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was the one for New Orleans
That's
to
fair.
steal.
Yeah,
and they still found a way to win at the end. So, like, yeah, Thunder.
Yeah, I feel it. I'm sure the Pelicans feel like we can win this game because they shot pretty bad. Like they got to have some confidence. Like I'm very much looking forward to game 2 tomorrow night. That's gonna be a fun one.
Really quick, I don't want to take about tangent because I know we're trying to get out of here. I saw that Zach Lowe basically said that the Pelicans have to start Herb and Trey Murphy next year on the wing.
Boy, I like both of them.
And
What
their current
does that-
starters are?
Herb and Brandon Ingram. Like, what does that mean for Brandon Ingram essentially? Like in his long-term future?
He might be on the market.
I mean, I get that. I mean, I'm saying like, okay, in your opinions, like, do you think that it's time for the Pelicans to move on for Brandon Ingram? Or you think, like, he's
like
still
Ingram. I don't think it's necessarily time to, but I think if there's an offer that comes along and you're like, hey, this really going to improve our team, you go ahead and do that. But otherwise, I think you just kind of rock with him still.
Yeah. I'm heavy on Ingram.
But I know Ingram is seems to be getting more frustrated with his role, like playing second fiddle to Zion.
Yeah,
he got pulled at the end of the playing game.
Yep.
So like, I think that they are headed for a divorce sooner or later.
Could be. We got 2 more. Dang, they trying to get to the Bucks game too. Two more series, both in the East. 2 series that
Who cares?
ain't too many words for them. You got Cavs and Magic. Myself and Ken, we thought the Magic were going to be able to win this one. Tim and Eric had the Cavs. I thought the Magic's defense would be solid enough to generate some points. I thought it'd be a couple of cold shooting nights for Cleveland that Orlando could capitalize on, but early returns haven't been great.
Not at all. Offense, bro.
Not at all.
The offense is terrible.
I have watched literally 0 seconds of this series.
I watched the whole first
game.
game.
Competitive until the end of the game.
No,
the first game they was getting smoked.
It'd be competitive in the first quarter, and then the second and third is kind of shaky, and then the Magic make a wild comeback and threaten, and then the Cavaliers like, nope. That's the story of the first 2 games. Like, nope.
And Jalen Suggs got hurt.
He came back though in game 2. Yep.
Man, they be overly dramatic. Like, yeah, I'm thinking, they carrying you out. You can't put weight on it.
And when I saw it looked bad.
Right.
He came back though.
Your knee was hanging off. This man back in the game.
He Paul pierced it.
That's what AD be doing.
So I'm guessing y'all still feel very confident in Cavs.
Oh,
yeah.
How you feeling about this Magic pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a flipper on this one. Yeah, the Cavs go win this.
Yeah, I think the Cavs got this one too.
Yeah.
Celtics Heat. Listen, I had the Celtics in 4. I'm the only one who said sweep. Ken had them in 5. Eric had them in 5. Tim had them in 6. I ain't got nothing to say about this series, but Celtics gonna do what they gonna do.
Was that a fake comeback at the end of game 1?
I mean, they made some shots. If Boston has a cold night, which they can have, we've seen it. The 3-ball just dry up. It can happen, but
they are heavily relying on 3-pointer.
Yes,
heavily.
So
I just don't think we have enough to
nope
exploit that.
When they had Jimmy Butler, I still was like, Boston will win. Without Jimmy Butler, Boston will absolutely win.
I just want to make it tough on them. That's almost.
We'll see if they can do that. I do too. Everybody's still cool with their Celtics pick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right, let's get into some wrestling news.
I won it. The game that needs a name, I won. I'm the champ.
So you want to start?
Sure. Speaking of champs,
I
thought you said Tim. Hey, I thought you said Tim. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear her a little bit more clear than I do.
Oh, shit. You don't got no headphones on.
Hey, I was like, y'all hear her just a little more clear than y'all do.
That's fair.
Is it?
I'll give him that one. That's fair. He ain't got the headphones on.
Her volume like 10 times higher.
That is, I do speak quietly, so that is fair.
I can tell you're like, huh? What you say?
Just for sure. Yeah.
Half these episodes, I don't have headphones on. But anyway, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, speaking of champs, a new Raw Women's Champion was crowned. Last night, Becky Lynch won, and she is now the new 7-time Women's Champion. How do y'all think it was the right call? How do you feel about her becoming champion?
Can I just say, wrestling fans annoy the shit out of me.
They can be very.
They're so annoying. Like, apparently, people have turned on Becky.
They won't live. No more. No, they won't live like now.
Why?
They've been had
because it's
one
always the immediate. It's always the I want it now. It's always the
Why would Liv win it now?
It's
Don't
my
even-
money and I
You
want
can't
it
even build
now.
up.
Like she was hurt last year, so this is why her revenge tour. Remember, because
she got to go on the tour.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like
She
just because Rhea got hurt, don't mean that you just put
She
like
just
it
got
completely takes away the story.
correct.
Y'all just went through a whole thing. Well, finish the story. Finish the story. They got to fucking tell the story to finish it.
These are facts.
Like it's so stupid. It's like like you want Liv to be a champion so bad. Let it play out. It's going to happen. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
But like to be upset because like they only have one championship caliber person that's healthy right now on Raw. Like,
True.
yeah, it's gonna go to her because if it's not, then it's gonna go to Nia Jax.
Yep.
Nobody wants that. So it's I don't understand it. And it's like as soon as Liv wins the title, then they're gonna be tired of it and want the next person to win the title. Because like I
Man is
guarantee
preaching.
you by SummerSlam people gonna be booing Cody Rhodes, and not because of anything that
Yeah,
Cody
these are
Rhodes
facts.
has done. It's because like
Sick of
now
it.
they're bored. Now they
The
want
story's
the
over.
next shiny thing that's coming down the pipe. Now LA Knight need to be the champion now. Like I guarantee you by SummerSlam he's gonna be getting John Cena.
I read this book already.
It's annoying. And then they bitch about it, and then the loudest voices always rise to the top. So then that snowballs into like that's the fan sentiment. It's like no, it's a bunch of neckbeards in their mama basement.
Jesus.
Lord.
God.
It's real to me, damn it.
It's real to me that it's annoying as fucking it takes away from the product. It's
No,
just,
you facts.
God damn.
Big facts.
I mean, that man had a sermon.
How you feel?
He might need some organs.
What's up?
He might need the organs behind that one in the
So,
audio.
hey, somebody felt that and is very offended right now.
I hope so.
I was about to say
You're
somebody
offended.
both ways. Both.
To answer your question though, like Becky made the most sense.
Yeah.
Unless they was gonna put it on Natalia or something and just have a lame.
If they have her
champ.
lose it,
or
yeah.
they would have had
Yeah.
to
Have her
or
lose
pushing
right away.
somebody new.
Lame duck. Not that
Yeah.
Natalia's. I mean, never mind.
She's a lame duck.
Yeah.
She's
But
very
no,
boring.
I felt like it made sense too. 'Cause, like, plus Becky was just wrestling for the belt in
Right.
WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
she was the runner up to it. Like you would
Yeah,
think
that's what makes
that-
sense.
it makes fucking sense.
Mad dog.
I'm laughing at Sly. He's catching up on my
Mad
brand. He
dog.
said, "Calm down, mad dog."
But not like it for folks to want Liv. Like Liv has had a fan base, like her whole like Liv
She'll get a
high
chance.
for a couple years now. Like when she got called up, everybody was infatuated with her at first. Like, oh my god, who is this? And then it went from that to she was building her social media platform. So then she ended up getting a little cult following. Now it's we need Liv now. Like
Yeah.
I'm with you. Like let it build. Bro.
First of all,
Let it-
let her work on her and let her be better in the ring.
They
Like
can
I don't
really-
want a fucking champ that really can't wrestle and be a fighting champ.
they can truly
Like
do it.
like the run that she had last time when she won,
Mhm.
it was boo because of who she fought,
Mhm.
how the outcomes of the matches were,
Mhm.
because she is not it in the ring. Like you can't just crown somebody because that's what the fans want. It's like she has to prove herself to be able to do that. Becky Lynch can do this. She a fighting champion. She can fight every day of the fucking week
She got
and actually put
promos.
on good matches. Like Liv can barely do good promos. She always has to be paired or tagged with somebody for somebody to truly like for her to truly blossom and like come on, dude. Like chill.
Hey.
Don't make sense. See, I almost start preaching. It's great, man.
But that was exactly what I was gonna say. It's like she's been champ before, and nobody
Yeah.
cared.
Yeah,
So, like
and it was
now they're
cool.
trying
It's
to
like,
build
Like
it.
they forgot.
Now they're trying to build it up, make it an actual thing. Because like she cashed in Money in the Bank last time,
Mhm.
so like
Yeah.
that's a automatic like.
Yeah, it's like okay, she won it. But then
Yeah.
what happened? She damn near was every match when she defended the title, she damn near lost every match.
Mhm.
Like she only won like on a whim at the
She
last
can
second.
smoke and then she'll win.
Yeah,
win at
then
the
it'd be
last
one
second.
move, like all of a sudden
Mhm.
she won. Like, no, nobody want to see that shit. No champion.
Speaking of champions, though, WWE has revealed 2 new sets of belts. We got some new tag team titles on Raw and on SmackDown. What do y'all think of the new belts? How do y'all like the designs? Y'all feel they upgrades from them old blue belts on SmackDown
Yeah, that
and
was
the
garbage.
red? Them belts were so
That
trash.
was garbage.
What's up, Dustin? Welcome to
What's
the
going
chat.
on, brother? I like it. I feel like it gives like a nostalgic feel, like the old school like world tag team champion.
Which ones?
The
So
SmackDown.
Yeah, the
one.
SmackDown. Yeah. So, yeah, I like them. We needed a change. Like them belts. Yeah, them belts trash.
They was trash. And let me tell you, since you probably remember this, when I was getting married, I want to find the old school tag belts. I wanted a
Mhm.
pair of tag belts for us to have at our wedding.
Mhm.
Could not find they only were selling the ugly blue belt and them red belts.
Yeah, garbage.
Listen, I'm getting them new SmackDown tags. Like that's happening. That is happening. It's 10 years next year. Listen, we having a party. We gonna have some belts at our party. I guarantee you that. I guarantee those belts so cold. I am so happy for it. Which made me start thinking like, what other belts do y'all foresee getting a makeover? I think that one on Eric's shoulder is a good candidate.
Well, I mean, they just redid everything last year, didn't they? I shouldn't say everything, but like the world titles they redid last year.
But they didn't do this one.
They did.
I mean, they updated but that was the same belt to combine the two.
Yeah, they just combined them, right?
It's the same design. We've had the same design since the Rock
I think this is staying. Honestly, like it has their logo. They love this shit.
I mean, so does the other one. The logo on that.
It's not as prominent.
And Cody has been pushing for that winged ankle to come back. If he can extend this championship run long enough,
bring that bitch back.
I think it's coming.
That's a beautiful belt.
I like the US
because
I don't feel like the Intercontinental don't look like the Intercontinental.
No, I don't.
It don't feel intercontinentally.
No.
No, I'll give you that.
Intercontinentally, okay.
And singularly continental.
You got some stick-to-itiveness though.
Oh shit! Here we go.
What, can you do it now?
Hell no.
But not like I think that's probably the one that's coming down the pipeline. I think the belt that Damian Priest has and now Becky Lynch have, those are beautiful. Like that, like you said, those recently got redesigned. Keep those as is. But let me get
talking about
WWE Heavyweight Championship belt.
Quick, talking about belts. Swerve just won
AEW.
How you guys feel about their title?
Couldn't care less.
I think their title looks. Their title's like a title, which I like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like
I like it more than the big W.
I do
belt.
too. Yeah. Shout out to Swerve though. Black on black on black.
That's the problem. About black women.
Oh, does he?
Oh, you do? I didn't know that. It's extra spot.
Yep. Although the Black Panther thing was kind of funny.
They be swerving.
Fan me up.
You ain't hear the police just rolled by. They was swerving when they was driving. They chasing the motherfuckers.
So news broke 2 weeks ago now. I mean, I don't know if it's breaking news, but it was reported that the city of Milwaukee was attempting to bring the WWE's Royal Rumble to AmFam Field.
Make it happen.
Once the stadium is finished with its renovations, which will make it winterize. That I believe is supposed to take place next winter.
Yep.
So the earliest that you can hold the Royal Rumble in Milwaukee would be January of 2026. I thought for fun that we could try to predict who would win the two Royal Rumble matches and who will be world champions at that time.
How many years? That's
just 2.
So that's 2 years. Like a year and a half from now.
Okay. Damn, I'm trying to. Oh, okay. I got
Cody might still be champ.
Yeah, I got.
No. Triple H seems to like long title reigns, but I don't know if he getting.
I can see Cody still being champ. I can see 2 years.
My fault. Unplug my own mic.
The only person I feel like that probably could take it from him had to be Gunther or Brian Baker.
Brian Baker.
Brian Breaker. My bad.
You know, I'm with you on the. I feel like Breaker could win.
Yeah, I think Breaker.
Rumble candidate.
Yeah.
In 2016, so 2 more Rumbles from now.
Him or Carmelo, one of them.
I wonder when Jade gets her push. I wonder if it's this Rumble or if it's going to take like till 2026.
I feel like this year for Jade is going to be
development.
Yeah, getting her feet wet, being in the tag team,
putting her in a faction
story with Bianca.
She might win the Rumble in 2026.
I think she might win it in 25. Honestly, like I get what you're saying about like building her up, but I feel like they're already starting the story with her and Bianca. So it's like Bianca at some point gonna win the title, and then she win the Royal Rumble. And then
I'm ready for heel Bianca too.
Well, Jay gonna be involved somehow, some way. Either she gonna be champion or she gonna win that Rumble. I think in 2026.
Yeah, for sure.
On the men's side, that's harder for me to predict because I've been trying to think where the Cody story is gonna go. I think when Seth Rollins come back, I want him to come to Cody like, "Hey, brother, respect and everything." And I said what I did what I said I would do, but I lost my belt.
I lost my belt. Yeah.
So. Run that. Like I'm gonna need a program, sir. Like run that.
Oh, one thing I meant to mention after WrestleMania. So like they made a big stink about this is the new era, it's the new Triple H era. And then like they had all the top baby face coming out at the end with Cody. I'm like, all them niggas are older than me. Every last one of their top baby faces are 37 and up.
That's nuts.
Which is like, how new is this era really?
The direction is new, which changes everything.
It is. I get it. But like they don't have really the next generation because even Gunther is like the same age as me. So like turning 37 this year.
I think new is more in reference to like
I
the
get that, but
roles
I mean,
they're
I'm
going to
saying,
get
like,
to.
but like also you need some people that are like in
NXT?
their late 20s, early 30s.
That's what NXT is for.
The Austin Theories, the
Come on, Swerve or not Swerve. You got me thinking about
Trick
Trick.
Williams.
Trent, yeah, Carmelo,
Whoop
LeBron,
that shit.
probably Jada Parker might come up. I don't know.
I mean,
Oh,
Tiffany Stratton just came
Stratton,
up recently.
for sure.
Like they got some young folks who in the wing, but they definitely gonna have to. Kawhi will be returning tonight. It's official.
Okay.
Out since March 31st.
So like, yeah, let me make my picks. So yeah, I'm gonna pick my dude Trick Willie. No, I'm gonna go with Brown Breaker to win the Rumble. I feel like that'll be his time.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I'll go with Jay. And
I like that.
No, Jay will be champion. The challenger, let's say Tiffany Stratton.
Tiffy time.
Yeah, I like that.
And wait, I like world champion,
Men's champ.
Uh,
Is it still Cody?
Cody.
Dom Mysterio.
Whoa.
That's random. But by then, that might work.
Hey,
Yeah.
speaking of that, like, so
They can-
Sikoa might be able. He might be in place to win the Rumble at that point.
Solo.
That shit is fun. I'm
I'm into this new
bloodline right
bloodline storyline for sure. I love Solo taking over and being like, listen, let's do this my way. Like Solo could be the guy too. Okay.
We're thinking like they're gonna build it as Rey Mysterio's son versus Scott Steiner's son or Scott Steiner's nephew, and then like, you know,
Big
nostalgia.
Papa Punk.
Big Papa Pump.
That man, wild gimmick. He had all the.
Big Papa
hitting
Pump.
switches off of bitches.
God damn.
I'm a genetic freak.
Dragon mail coming, chain mail across the head and
Man,
shit.
listen.
Like, damn, dog, what's going on here?
Big Papa Punk got the hookup.
Holla if you
hear
hear
me.
me.
That shit was nuts, man.
I gotta say real quick to wrap up wrestling. We purchased WWE 2K24, and it's a soundtrack, of course, on the game. I turned off all of the songs they had and just turned on all the wrestling entrances. Like that's my soundtrack. Like let me just hear the soundtrack. Let me hear the real.
Adrenaline.
I'm gonna learn the words playing this game.
Seamus got his music back. I'm geek, bro.
I like
What?
his new theme. Oh, I like his second theme more than the first.
No, I love the first. I feel like
The limes.
Too
too many lines, bro. And I felt like if he was at Mania, I think I said that when we was watching, I was like, dude, Seamus' music would have hit right now.
Real quick, since you said Seamus, Drew McIntyre talking about you talking about banger after banger. It's been burger after burger. I said, whoa.
Hey, even Seamus started
Right, because
smirking like this dude.
He came back looking like a box of cereal.
This nigga out here
God
cooking me.
damn, Seamus.
Hey, he's like, I'm out here getting cooked.
Like he knew damn well, bro.
Did y'all watch that fight on Saturday?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I
saw
had
highlights.
Garcia going into it.
Hey, shout out to him though, because he was going crazy promoting this fight. Had people thinking he was crazy.
Like,
It didn't
Had
feel
people
fake.
think-
It didn't feel real at all.
It didn't have people thinking that he was, he didn't want to fight, all types of stuff. But shout out to him. He did his thing for
The
promoting this fight.
only part of that when you say he didn't want to fight that I felt like could have been a case is that he failed to make weight.
Mm.
That is the
about
only
this.
portion. That's the only portion of it, though.
He did that his last fight too, though, right? Didn't he?
But Tank was fine.
Oh, okay.
But it was that was the thing because it's like, okay, I didn't know going into it because he didn't make weight. That's why he didn't win the belt.
Yeah.
So they ended up.
He just kept his belt.
Yeah. And I was like, that's the only part of it when I was like, damn. I was like, you didn't.
Did all
You had
this.
20 knockouts and 24 fights. You're 24-1.
Mm.
So it's not like you don't know how to make weight. It's not like you've never made weight. You're 25 professional fights in.
He didn't want
He
to make
didn't
weight.
want to. That's that's the only time I was like, maybe the yips is starting to get to him a little bit. Like he was like, yeah, no matter what, I ain't make weight. I ain't gonna qualify for the shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
No, I feel
doing
what you're
something
saying.
to where he can make some kind of excuse. I was out of my mind. That's why I lost. And
Yeah.
He finished that fight and he said, y'all thought I was crazy.
Yeah, nigga, yeah.
Man, he cussed out everybody. Fuck y'all.
He supposed to
Fuck
be
you
on
too.
this. Yeah, he supposed to
was
be. Yeah, but he came out with the Jesus walk. No, y'all remember on social media where it was a Hispanic guy with a whole bunch of tattoos. He'd be like, Jesus Christ! You don't remember that? He should have brought
I
dude
do
up.
not.
I'll find a video and send it to y'all. Then it'd be funny, way funny. Shout out to Tim for keeping that going.
One NFL question before we get out of here. The NFL draft is final. Oh wait, Ken, you didn't do your wrestling thing.
Oh,
I said
shit.
draft and reminded me.
Yeah. So the WWE Draft begins this Friday and finishes up next week.
So I got that clip.
Oh, you got
Send it.
Tag
Send it,
file
bro.
in it, bro. Send it on X, bro.
Yeah,
Or text it to me.
Twitter.
it's gonna be ending on Raw. So predictions 1 and 2. Who is going to be first to go to SmackDown? Raw. Keep in mind that Raw will be moving to
Netflix.
Netflix. So that means
Next
Raw
year,
becomes number 1 show. SmackDown becomes the number 2 show.
And we should also just say, let's say, because Cody Rhodes is the champion on SmackDown,
Yeah.
Damian Priest is the champion on Raw. Let's just assume,
Mhm.
take them out the equation. Take
Yeah.
champions out.
Mhm.
Well, those champions.
Yeah,
They're show specific.
Who'll be my number one pick?
I know. I'll pick Seth as my number 1.
That's a good number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Can't believe you don't know how long he gonna be out.
Drew
Yeah.
McIntyre also is not a bad pick at this point. That man's on fire.
Yeah, Drew's a good pick too.
Honestly, they a tag team now. Give me Jade and Bianca.
That's something. I was like, I think I want to go Bianca number 1.
Could I draft Judgment Day as a whole?
They usually do.
I feel
Although
like
it seems like
factions
they
should get
break,
drafted.
they break them up.
Yeah, that makes sense,
Give me
though.
Judgment Day too. Although Rhea might be out for a while, and that's really the
And they said Dom got
He got a
actually
real injury.
hurt. Like,
Yeah.
so he might be out for a little bit too. So like
Mm.
Judgment Day is just gonna be McDonough.
Is that a pun too?
Finn, right?
McDonough, yeah.
But McDonough, Finn, and what's the name?
Priest.
Priest. So I don't know.
Well, at least
I don't
Priest the
think
champ
so.
though. So,
Yeah, they got that going for him.
yeah. He ain't got to win some, I guess.
Yeah, Jade and Bianca, that's a good one since they a tag team.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, like that was the thing. Like somebody was talking about how the ratings have fallen for Raw like since post Mania, and it's like, yeah, because like everybody's gone.
Right.
Like
Literally,
they literally had to bring Becky back off of vacation, like
Mhm.
to get in that Battle Royal.
yeah.
But like all the Mania main eventers are not on Raw right now.
Jesus Christ. Oh, not him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what he should have brought up, bro.
Jesus
That nigga's out there percolating, fam, for Jesus. Jesus Christ. Parking for Jesus. Lord have mercy.
Perking for Jesus could be a couple different things. But no, the fact that the WWE is kicking off their draft the same week as the NFL draft was not lost on me. I said, I see what y'all doing. Draft. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I like
But to get out of here, one question about the NFL draft that I have for y'all. Assuming Caleb Williams goes number 1 to the Bears, which seems like a pretty safe assumption. It feels like a pretty safe assumption that the Bears gonna get Caleb Williams.
Like if they come up there and be like the Bears select Drake May, what you gonna do to him? Yeah.
I'm like, that's what's the name all over again? Trubisky.
Oh, yeah.
All over again. Like literally.
I mean, if you don't pick,
If we get Daniels, I'm like, okay, at least we got.
Daniels.
Yeah, I was like, at least we got
2 player.
yeah.
Like,
So, all right. Assuming again the Bears take Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Which quarterback is most likely to go second to Washington?
Daniels.
Because
Washington.
he should.
Most likely, or the one that you would pick if you were Washington? 'Cause I feel like those are
Most
two different
likely
questions.
to go second. Not who you would pick, but most likely to end up in Washington.
May has been like people have been going crazy for him, but I will say Daniels.
That's wild.
It feels like Daniels to
He's-
Washington and
yeah.
May to New England
That makes more sense to me.
makes the most sense.
Yeah. He's a New England quarterback, May. That makes sense.
It makes a lot. I know. I'm thinking of what you're putting down.
Yeah,
I don't know. Robert Kraft be hanging out with Meek Mill.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Damn,
something.
I had.
but
I did too.
I called
I
my
had hella
mouth, and
jokes.
I'm just gonna
I
take that.
just, Lord have mercy.
Take that right back. We probably had
Yeah.
different jokes too. At that.
I know. They were fine.
I know where King going. I don't know where you going.
I was going to talk about Robert Kraft going to certain places for certain massages.
Oh,
but
so Deshaun
Oh, I wasn't
Watson is
talking
actually
that. I
this
was-
type of quarterback?
I was bringing Diddy.
Diddy
in,
up,
so
yeah.
That's what I was saying. I knew where he was going.
I was going a different. I knew it was two different jokes.
Straight booty play.
So it's the same joke, actually.
Same.
At the end of the
Booty
day,
is booty.
I like shit. I
won't
won't
shit.
That was the wildest damn Boondocks episode.
Hey man, that's a real person, though.
Yeah, I know.
Which make it even nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end that as Glorilla would say. At the end of the day, the day gonna end. So, and this pod going into, it's time for us to try to get out of here and make it to this Bucks game. So, Hope y'all enjoyed the show this week. As a reminder, if you have not already, please share the show. Tell somebody about what we do. Show us what that word of mouth do.
Oh, no,
Come
Jay.
quick.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Make them come quick when you show them what that word of mouth do. All right.
Jesus Christ.
Shit, never gave you
Jesus
niggas
Get that shit.
All right. Definitely go Bucks, Dustin. Go Bucks. Go. I just want y'all to know, if ever there is a game where Chris Middleton is going crazy, understand that I'm at my house going crazy as well. I just want to put that on the record. If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me
Wait a minute.
on Twitter, Instagram, these PSN streets at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE. And I will also add, make sure y'all listening to Locked On Bucks if you want some additional Bucks talk. And this Friday's episode of the Pack a Day podcast, we will be recapping day one of the NFL draft. So make sure y'all check that out as well.
Hey.
I also will be live on Cheesehead TV during the day one of the draft on their live stream as well. So check it out.
Busy.
Can't even look at her. She's
Booked
so
and
bright.
busy.
She's
Man.
Booked and busy.
At Bucks Burner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
That is all you get.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. We out of here, though. Go Pack, go, too.
Go Pack, go.
Boo.
Go Bucks.
Go Brewers.
Go Brewers.
I can deal with the Brewers.
Go Admirals.
Hey, wave.
Right.
On a bar? Bar tonight? That ain't right.
Why?
Look right.
Yeah, but also
It's an
stick to
extra
it.
A.